Hello, everybody. That's me, Serge Techniredno. I'm in Kiev, Ukraine, in a Crystal Sound studio, and this is the Javelin Saturday stream, and we have guests today. But before that, let me tell you about Javelin Recordings. Once again, for those who do not know, we started a label imprint of Jetpack Label Group from Nashville, and our goal is to promote and publish Ukrainian artists who sing and perform Ukrainian music in Northern America and worldwide. And today we have guests from band Mavka, Iryna and Taras Lazer. You can help us to start our recording label. You can become our founding member. We have 3 circles, and you will get different things for that. For example, for a circle level, you will have all our recordings for free, and you will be joining us on the founding members forum, which will be right after the stream, basically. So those who are already subscribed, get ready, and we will have a Zoom meeting together, and director level will even get each month a new t-shirt that will be exclusive. No one will get it except you. Okay, so our friends today is a band Mavka, Iryna and Taras Lazer. Oh, we have video from Taras finally. Hello, Iryna. Hello, Taras. How are you doing?
Hi, Serge. Hi, thanks for having us.
Okay, we got your audio video, but your audio is interrupting for some reason. Iryna, can you tell us something? Oh, Iryna is missing. Okay, Taras, where are you now? Are you in Kiev or somewhere else?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
great.
And can you see me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Perfect. So hi, Serge. I was saying thanks for having us, and I'm currently in an old apartment near Kiev. I have to live here while my house is quite damaged. Our house with Irina and our child is damaged, so I cannot live in there for now. So I have to be in this, well, you see, old, crappy apartment next to Kiev.
Next to Kiev, yeah. Well, Iryna, we can see you and can hear you, and I think we can hear your daughter too.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, so I know that Iryna just arrived from another city. Now you're in Berlin, right?
Yes.
Yes, and can you tell us about where you've been for the past few days? I know that there's some interesting activities you took apart, right?
Так, це правда. Я була у місті Карлсруе. Це чудове місто в Німеччині, і там просто величезний театр, де і опера, і балет, і кілька напрямків драматичного театру. І ми ставили, точніше, зараз мені трошки заважає. Так, ми не просто виконували, це проєкт, спільний проєкт, німецько-український проєкт, тобто режисерка Тетяна Губрій, і я, Мавка з України, а також драматурги українські і драматург один німець, який допомагав це все скомпонувати, німецькі актори. І ми говорили про війну говорили про те, що відбувається зараз. Сцени відбуваються просто на вулиці, є різні локації, люди ходять в навушниках, і це таке майже реаліті кіно. Ось дуже, дуже потужна вистава, і я сподіваюся, що це допоможе німцям зрозуміти те, що відбувається зараз в Україні, відбувається з кожним з нас.
Давай попросимо Тараса перекласти. Taras, can you please translate?
Yeah, sure. So Iryna was saying that she has basically just returned from a German town called Karlsruhe. She returned to Berlin, her current location. In Karlsruhe, she was taking part in a big performance dedicated to war in Ukraine, directed by Tatiana Hubry and written by a couple of Ukrainian dramaturg writers and one German writer. As I understood, the actors of the play are also Germans. So it's a big composition, a big play dedicated to the war in Ukraine. And the actual play is taking part in this big theater opera altogether, and the actual play is taking part outside on the street, so it's like a promenade performance where the audience is walking from one location to another with the headphones on the ears, listening and watching the play unfold. And the hope of Iryna is that thanks to this performance, maybe this performance would help in a way understand for Germans to understand our war and our suffering.
Thank you, Taras. Well, I have a question for Iryna. I will ask it in Ukrainian first. Як люди, які приходили, я так розумію, це німці, на виставу, як вони реагували? Чи було видно, що в них змінюється ставлення, чи вони щось ще досі не розуміють, що відбувається в Україні? Як, на твою думку, це вплинуло на них? I'm asking Iryna if people who visited this play, how they did react. Do they truly understand what's going on in Ukraine right now?
Це дуже цікаво спостерігати, тому що коли ти йдеш разом, і хоча не знаю німецькою, але розумію, про що йдеться, і відчуваю, тому що актори дуже, дуже чесно і потужно відтворювали ті емоції, почуття, ті трагедії, які ми переживаємо. Але глядачі дуже... Про них нічого не можна розгадати. Тільки в кінці, коли аплодисменти і коли люди підходять і кажуть, що нарешті їм стало щось зрозуміло, і як вони співчувають нам, і що це все жахливо, ми розуміємо, що так, є дуже сильний відгук. А те, як занурилися саме актори, які брали участь в цьому, це просто неймовірно, тому що відчуття, що вони стали українцями і прожили це разом з нами.
Taras, please translate.
Yeah. So the actors, the German actors, even though I do not understand the German language, it feels like they became Ukrainians. They play so powerfully, and they live the roles, and they live the characters, and they live the play and our reality, the Ukrainian reality, so powerfully that I suppose they do understand. Regarding the audience, well, it's not clear while you are watching the audience during the play, how they react, but it became very clear at the final applause. They were applauding, they were coming to us, they were reaching us, they were talking to us, they were telling us that they understood more, that they feel us, that they are compassionate with us. Yeah.
Thank you, Taras. And I have one more question for Iryna. Well, I will ask in English. If you will not understand, I will translate. What was your part in this play? What did you do actually on the stage, or where you were?
Я насправді виступаю окремою частиною, підтримуючи фінал, тобто фінал усієї вистави, яка триває 2 години. І це відбувається така фінальна пісня, що відбувається разом з акторами, там пластичне рішення. І далі це перетікає безпосередньо в мій концерт. Тобто я починаю свою окрему історію, окрему музичну історію. І тоді люди можуть, публіка може прочитати цю частину як те, які ми є, яка є наша творчість. І, тобто більше про нас, а не про те, що саме відбувається зараз. Ось так.
Okay, Taras, please.
My performance is kind of an individual, separate thing. It's a separate concert. The play that lasts for 2 hours approximately. The ending of the final of the play is my song, which I perform together with the actors while they are performing in some choreography and plastic performance. After this final song, my concert begins, and my concert, the songs I play there, it's not exactly about the present time and the war as it is, but it is also about who we are as people, as Ukrainians.
Thank you, Taras. Iryna, we lost your video. Oh, you're back again. Okay, so, well, that's pretty amazing, and, well, I don't know if we will be able to see this play. I don't know if there was any video recording. So
There will be, Serge.
Yeah.
This play is going to be staged entire July, every week, as I understood it, every week, twice or 3 times a week in Karlsruhe. So if you pass by,
yeah. So if we have people from Germany, Karlsruhe, this play will be there each week, few times. Well, will you perform each week there?
10 вистав за липень. Тобто 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. На моїй сторінці можна побачити, я писала кількість вистав і коли саме, тобто можна подивитися.
Okay, so people who are in Germany or nearby, you can follow Mavka. I will give a link in the comments right now, and you can visit this place. It will be 10 plays during the July, as I understood.
Yes.
And there's a schedule where you can actually, here it is, the right link, and you can visit this place and you can see Mavka is performing, Iryna is performing in these plays. Okay, thank you so much. And as I know, you had some adventures during the way back home, right? You took the train and it got broken, right?
Так. Це виявляється дуже Часті такі постійні пригоди або ламаються, або дуже спізнюються. Тобто замість 5,5 годин ми їхали майже 8, і це важко.
Well,
Ось так, так.
uh,
І при тому, що люди, тобто цілий поїзд пересідає в інший поїзд, який також їде на Берлін, але там теж усі квитки розкуплені, і люди стоять у вагонах. Але ніхто не сперечається, так як у нас буває. Всі
і ви були
спокійно терплять.
з донькою разом, да? Я так розумію.
Так, з донькою, з апаратурою, і нам просто пощастило одразу побачити місце, і це були єдині 2 місця, які, я так думаю, що на весь поїзд, бо люди стояли.
We are lucky to have you here right now because we could miss the stream. Okay, Taras, please translate this story.
Ira was saying that she's actually just arrived from Karlsruhe to Berlin after a huge ride that should have taken 5.5 hours, but took 8 hours because train on its way got broken. And it's a common thing. She notices that trains either get broken or they are out of the schedule. But anyway, too much people were returning from Berlin to from Karlsruhe direction towards Berlin to not too much seats. But she got lucky. She and our daughter got lucky because there were like 2 seats, separate 2 seats that they would have taken, and they took.
And they had all Irina's equipment with her, so it was pretty
Yeah.
tough, right? Okay,
Yes.
so I have well, let's go back to the past, and I have some questions about Irina's background. So, as I know, you are from Chernivtsi city, right?
Yes.
So, and as I know, you've been studied there, and was it musical studying, or you were studying as an actress, or how did you became a musician, and how you did became an actress? What's your story?
Так, ну спочатку я поступила в Чернівецьке музичне училище і навчалася на диригента-хормейстера. А потім паралельно мені запропонували вчитися паралельно на вокальному відділі, тобто тягнуло 2. А там була акторська майстерність і все, то з'явився 3-й відділ. І ніяк я не могла обрати, бо мені хотілося і співати, і танцювати, і грати, і все разом. І вирішила, що це таке акторський варіант, це поєднання усіх цих частин, усіх бажань. І тому я далі пішла в університет Карпенка-Карого у Києві і вивчилася на актрису.
Okay, Taras, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, I'm from Chernivtsi, and I studied there in a musical college. My first choice was the conductor of the choir. That was my first choice, and that was my initial profession. But then I was noticed that I can sing also, so I got the second department profession also there, which is the vocal studies. And at the vocal studies department, they also had these actors courses. So I also studied started studying acting there, and I was so amazed by that. And I wanted to do all of it. I wanted to act, I wanted to dance, I wanted to sing, to conduct a choir. But in the end, after finishing the college, I have decided that the acting career is the career that most of all unites all of the things I would like to do in my life. So I got into the Kiev Karpenko-Kary Acting Television Film University, and I studied there as for to become an actress. Um, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Well, I want to figure out. So, you just started with the studying conductor, but did you visit any musical school, or it was just a pure talent and you just entered the university right away? Чи ти одразу вступила до училища?
Так, я зрозуміла. Е, в- Ясно, що спочатку була музична школа, і це було дуже цікаво, що мій брат навчався грі на флейті, мама фортепіано. Але все на рівні музичної школи, і дуже важко доходили до кінця, і вирішили хоч одну дитину не мучити і, і лишити без музичної освіти. То я самостійно в першому класі пішла, записалася в музичну школу, тому що в нас було фортепіано, і як так є фортепіано, і я не навчаюся. Це було дивно, тому я це зробила самостійно, і далі уже мій вибір саме впав на музичне училище, тому що без музики вже не могла.
Okay, Taras, please.
Well, of course, I started with the musical school, as they usually do before entering a music college. And in my family, my brother, he actually he is elder than me, and he studied playing the flute. My mother started playing the piano, and when I was growing up, I was like 6 or 7 years old. Um, the parents and the family decided, well, we would not torment any other member of our family, so the family decided not to uh, give me to this musical school. But I saw that we have a piano in our house, and I liked the music, so I just went to the musical school by myself, and I subscribed there, and they took me because well, I wanted to do that. And after finishing this music school, I understood that this is my choice and I cannot live without the music. So after the music school, I just entered the music college.
Okay, I should mention that Chernivtsi is very musical city. I once visited Chernivtsi, and my hotel was right inside of the musical school, basically. And when I shared the photos from there, a lot of my friends said, "Oh, why do you live in my musical school where I was studied?" So, Iryna, was it your musical school number 1 or 2?
2.
Okay, here it is. I have a
Yes.
picture of that. That's amazing. And I have one last question about Chernivtsi. Now we're seeing the university, but I've been in Chernivtsi and I found a house of aesthetic and leisure. Будинок естетики та дозвілля. Do you know anything about what's going on there?
Насправді я, по-моєму, була один раз там, і то вже, не знаю, років 5 тому, мабуть, може 6. І я була вражена, що така прекрасна будівля, я ніколи там не була, і ми дивилися якийсь концерт. Я знаю, що там проходять вистави і якісь події університетів, тобто вручення або якісь урочисті концерти або що. Але місце дуже атмосферне.
Yeah, thank you. Well, go ahead, Taras. So it's basically a musical venue, as I understand.
Well, yeah, Iryna said that she was there like 5 or 6 years ago, and she was amazed by the beauty of the building, and she was there for a concert. but also they stage some plays there and concerts and events for the universities, that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. So for the next question, I want to play. I don't remember if we played this video on the previous stream, but I want to anyway. I want to play it once again, and my question will be about this video and about some musical stuff and your influences. Let's watch the video.
Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочко, прилетіло ластівочко. Стала собі щебетати, господаря викликати. Свиди, свиди, господарю, води весняна кошари. Свиди, свиди, господарі, 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 води весняна кошари. Щедрівочка, чорного стівочка, очне в рощі тополова, в тебе жінка чорноброва. Щедрик, щедрик, щедрівочка, прилетіла ластівочка.
Okay, people saying that Chernivtsi is a Nashville of Ukraine. Well, that's pretty true because, well, at least four of my friends, musicians, including Iryna, are from Chernivtsi, and they are pretty amazing musicians. But my question, first question about, because, well, we can talk about this particular song for a long time, but my first question is about your equipment that you've been carrying today. What you are using during your live performances, as I can see there's some kind of looper, or how it's called.
Так, це луп-станція, і також активно працюю з процесором ефектів. Гармонайзери не використовую, якось не люблю навіть їх. Люблю створювати багатоголосся самостійно, то луп-станції є, тому можу це собі дозволити. І
Hello?
Ira, we lost you for a few seconds. Після того, як ти сказала, я можу собі дозволити, зв'язок перервався. We cannot read your lips. It seems that there's a low connection you have, but we can translate the first part. Yeah, Taras?
Yeah. So Ira's saying that she's using the loop station, and I know it's the Boss RC505, and she's also using the processor of the effects for the voice. And she didn't mention that, but I know that she's also using a synthesizer, and and a lot of different percussion, little things for the beatboxing, if I can say so. She also said that she does not like and she does not use the harmonizer that creates the harmonies using the the computer algorithms, because she has this possibility to do the musical polyphony with her voice using only the loop station, which she does amazingly.
Yeah, well, I will mention once again, Taras, not just only our interpreter, he's also a member of the band, and he's also a musician, and he's also a director. So
That's
he
why
should.
that's why I interpret more than she speaks.
Yeah, so we have some secrets. So about synthesizers, what synthesizers did Iryna used in her performances?
You know, I don't remember it. It's some Roland JDXI. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's I must say that this is amazing. But my question about, well, everybody knows this song Shedrik. It's in English. It's a Carol of Bells. Basically it's Ukrainian native song, and it was arranged by our Ukrainian composer and arranger Leontovich. So, well, that's like a most iconic arrangement of this song, but probably Iryna is the first person that performs this song with a lot of melody lines, but live and by herself. Well, probably someone also using loop stations to perform this song, but I never heard it before. What was your intention? Why did you started to perform this song? What was the reason to do that? Well, Iryna, we cannot hear you. Can you reconnect, please? Well,
Can I
meanwhile,
answer?
I think Taras can answer this question. Probably he knows everything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay, let's listen to Taras. Iryna, please reconnect once again, okay?
so we were thinking of how would I put it? So you know, when you perform and you play what you like, what you enjoy, uh, sooner or later you're gonna get noticed. And I suppose it was like third or fourth year that Ira was performing, and she wasn't that much noticed. So I tell her, look, we have this beautiful, amazing song, Shedrik, that you like and that you like to perform. Could you maybe think over like doing your arrangement with the loop station? I think that would sound very cool. Uh, that that was my idea and her idea, and we were contemplating on it. And actually, it was a good idea because, as you said it, I have never heard Shedrick, Carol of the Bells, whatever, being performed in that way by one person. And what Ira does is also amazing because she changes the patterns during her performance. As I understand it, uh, the 5 tracks the loop station has is not enough for her to is not enough to do that magic. So she basically needed to, while performing, to erase some stuff and re-record different melodies so they coincide in tonality, in harmony, and so on. Pretty amazing. And it became a sonic kind of you know, how she's recognized by small audience we have, but like very loyal audience.
Well, now you're recognized by a much wider audience. And, well, Iryna, can you add something to that story? Well, as we discovered, the reason why you sing this song was Taras himself.
Я не чула, що він говорив. Ну, я теж можу сказати, що я не знаю, навряд чи він говорив про це, комар, що я дуже люблю колядки. Я взагалі вважаю, що це частина мого життя, і це якась дуже величезна величезна спадщина, величезна частина саме нашого українського народу. Це щось особливе для нас. І я завжди мріяла виконувати колядки, але хотілося зробити це якось інакше, але не порушувати традиції такі, і автентику зберегти, і додати щось такого свого. І ось я почала з Щедрика, він був перший на цьому шляху.
Okay, Taras didn't say that. Let's ask Taras
Well,
to add this to the
everyone-
story.
Everyone has his own perspective, his or her perspective.
Okay.
Well, but yes, Ira, I know that Ira, and she said that Ira likes carols very much, like kind of obsessively, I would add. She loves everything that connected to the songs that connected to Christmas, and she said also that the carols, the Christmas carols, and the songs we sing in Ukraine after during the Christmas period, it's her life actually. It's a great gift of Ukrainian people that Ukrainian people gave to the world, and it's a special thing for Ukraine. And she always wanted to perform the carols, to sing the carols in a kind of original, different, contemporary maybe way, but still preserving this beautiful, pure, traditional, authentic sound.
Okay, probably we should mention something about our Christmas carols and our tradition of it, because people in Northern America, mostly they are Catholics, but they do not have such tradition such we have in Ukraine. So all our plays during Christmas time, it's something completely different that you have in the Western world. Taras, can you please describe what's going on in Western Ukraine during these Christmas times, and how actually people perform in these Christmas carols, if you can, please?
Yeah, sure, but why do you limit it to Western Ukraine? It's not just Western; it's all the Ukraine.
Well, I
Me,
mean that Iryna grew up in Chernivtsi, so I'm just thinking about that part of Ukraine, because
Oh.
each region has some specifics.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think that even that Iryna grew up in Chernivtsi, she knew about about the carols way later than I did. But I grew in Kherson, which is south. So let's not like.
Well,
Western Ukraine is not.
Tell about both, about Kherson, Kalatki, and.
Well, Kolatki, which is the carols, is the great, infinite encyclopedia, I would say, of these songs that people sing during Christmas time. But the Christmas time in Ukraine is a tricky thing, especially now, because we have like the 25th of December in the recent years, and then we have the 7th of January, and then after the 7th of January, we have this whole lot of great period of singing different things like Shedrivki, Malanki, and so on and so on. From my perspective, is Ukrainian culture. I would just generalize now. The Ukrainian culture and the carols is one of these that will back my point up. The carols is this Ukrainian thing when we unify, when we unite, and we combine and mix the popular, maybe even pagan culture of ours with the Christianity. So our, so to speak, pagan culture says that we sing, we feast, we celebrate, and the Christianity says that we need to be humble. And these things, they unite beautifully, and beautifully, because they they then get realized in beautiful songs that we've seen throughout the whole year. Actually, I mean all the songs that are sung in Ukraine, but especially in this Christmas time, which is beautiful, great, infinite uh, song encyclopedia.
Yeah, and I want to add that now we have not only Christmas songs like carols, like Колядки, Щедрівки, and we have Веснянки, which is for the
Yeah,
springtime, and songs for summertime, and of course for all periods actually. And now we had
yeah,
the Ivana Kupala.
coming up. Yeah,
Yeah, so Iryna has a song for Ivana Kupala too. And we've been listening to it on a previous stream, and it's pretty amazing. And it will be on our CD that we are going to release very soon in this month. So
that's
as you, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. That's what I was saying when I just mentioned that we celebrate throughout the year, that we've seen throughout the year. Yeah, that's just what you said. That we have this Vesnyanka, which is spring songs, and now my favorite holiday of all times is coming up, which is Ivana Kupala.
Yeah, yeah. Well, summer is better than winter, I think. But everybody has their own favorite seasons of the year. Okay, that was pretty much amazing story about Carol of the Bells, and people were asking what the story of the song. So, well, in Ukraine, it's originally called Shedrik, and well, that was a actually Christmas song that became very famous after our composer Leontovich made an arrangement, and he was published in US in 20s in a I think it was like middle of 20s of the previous century, and it was published. And actually Leontovich was pretty good at arrangement of folk songs for the choirs, and probably I think that that's why Iryna has background about Leontovich too, right? So did you study Leontovich in university where you started choir conducting?
Це цікава історія, тому що насправді мій улюблений композитор це Бах, і я настільки була закохана в нього навіть в музичній школі, хоча всім здавалося нудним, а для мене це було щось з чимось. Я взагалі вважаю, що Бах, якби творив зараз, він би таку електронну музику витворяв, що він для мене родоначальник, тобто він започаткував для мене, на мою думку, електронну музику. Бо ці всі структури, це його. І тут, коли насправді Баха ми вивчали ще в музичній школі, а до Леонтовича доторкнулися в училищі. І тут оці хорові структури і така ж математичність, простота і складність одночасно, це для мене було, це наш український Бах, і вони для мене, як на мене, в одній команді. Ось, і тому, звичайно, тим більше, що у Леонтовича саме для голосу, це моя просто така дуже сильна любов, і всі твори вважаю потужними, і буду і надалі працювати. Є дуже багато ідей, і втілених також.
Okay, Taras, please.
Yeah.
Translate.
So thank you, Iryna, for being so
Short.
polite with the interpreter. So Ida was saying that her favorite composer of all times is Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, and she loves him from music school, from her childhood practically. And even though he was considered boring when you're a child and you have to study Bach in your music school. Everyone considers him boring. She still loved him even then, and in her college and now. But her opinion is that Bach, if he was writing today, he would be creating amazing and complicated and crazy electronic music because in her opinion, the structures that he has in his music, the thematicity of the music is definitely reflects the patterns of the electronica music. And Leontovich, uh, according to Ira, is kind of a Ukrainian Bach. Uh, she started studying him in the college, and she discovered that he also has this mathematical kind of structures, and he has this uh, mix of a simple kind of seemingly simple themes mixed with the complexity of the structure. And plus, Leontovich was basically writing for the vocal parts, which coincided with the era's desires of performance. And there is still a lot to study him. A lot of work is done already on Leontovich's compositions, and a lot to be done.
So, about Leontovich, once again, are you planning to do more stuff from his heritage?
Ну, по-перше, уже створена опера на Русалчин Великдень. І це новий твір.
You freezed once again, but I think Taras can tell this story too. Well,
Yeah.
Please reconnect while Taras is telling us the story about opera. Well, actually, that's a dedication for Leontovich, right?
Well, yeah. The thing is that Ira and Oleksiy basically they created the music for the opera uh, named Mermaid Sister, and I helped them out with structuring it and writing some lyrics for it for the plot of the new opera. So let's say new. So it started with the paper theater in Kiev that had this idea of creating um, an opera with the music connected with the paper theater and paper figures uh, based on the opera of Leontovich, which is called Mermaid Sister, basically. And not only based, the proposal was just take parts of this opera and just re-perform it as it is. But Oleksiy and Iryna are not, and me, we are not the band that likes to the easy ways. So Oleksiy just wrote like totally different melodies and music because, as I remember, he said like the recordings of Leontovich's opera that we have are of such a bad quality that I cannot listen to it. So I better write the opera by myself without listening to it. That was amazing. And they were discussing with Iryna and sometimes with me the structure, the tonality, the tone in general of the opera. And basically, yeah, Oleksiy wrote most of the music with Iryna writing and rewriting the vocal parts taken partially from the original opera written by Leontovich and then rearranged by Skorik. So it's kind of a reinterpretation, the new interpretation that of the Leontovich's opera written like 100 years ago, but he could not finish it because, as it usually happens with talented Ukrainians, he was killed by the Russians 100 years ago. But Skorek finished the arrangement of the opera, and we made another version of the original opera, reinterpretation, so to speak, of the whole thing.
Yes, and I would like to mention that actually we have the recording of this opera and we plan to release it in the nearest future. So, well, we will talk about it more, about Leontovich's story and about this opera as well, because there's so many interesting things going on in that recording. Because, well, at first when Iryna said to me, well, I'm going to your studio and we need to record an opera, I said, well, I don't have a proper equipment and recording room for that. But when I heard what we are going to record, I was amazed. Well, we did it like in a few days, and it was very big part of work, but I heard it already, and it sounds amazing. So I just took a part in recording sessions. But when I heard the result, I was very impressed, and well, we will. Actually, on that CD that we're going to release in next month, you will hear part of it. We have one track that will be included in this CD, and probably next time we will play it. So thank you for conversation. Well, we running out of time. That was very interesting, and I would like to play at the end of our stream one more Ukrainian native song, Ukrainian folk song, and that was actually that's a collaboration with Ocherityany Kid Band, and Ira took a part in it, but actually that was a song that we recorded, the folk song. It was based on also on Leontovich work. Of course, we did completely new arrangement and we did a completely new sound of it, but that was one of the songs that he did arrange for choirs, actually. And probably one day we will record the original one. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Iryna. Thank you, Taras. If you have something to say, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Serge. Thanks for recording the opera and for helping us with the psychology of this opera. Yeah, thanks a lot, and yeah.
Так, я приєднуюся до Тараса, вдячна, неймовірно і за цю нашу зустріч і минулого разу, і сьогодні. І ми разом в такі в умовах війни, в такий непростий час працюємо на нашому фронті. Дякую і будьмо разом.
Ira is saying thank you, also thank you for collaborating, thank you for working with us, and it's great that we're continuing to work in these horrible times we're living through, but we continue to work on this front line.
Yeah, and thank you guys for joining us. It was really interesting, and I think we will continue to our conversation because we still have a lot to discuss, and of course I think that's most important thing, that we have ability to work during these times, because I think that doing something creative right now, it's very important for all the people. It helps us to be healthy mentally. Okay, let's listen to our last song. I will say goodbye to you right now. Believe in Ukraine, believe in Ukrainian military forces, Slava Ukraini, and Ocherityany Kid, and Mavka, Ой, хоч думай ти, Марійко.
Ой, хоч думай ти, Марійко, завжди